You know what? I would just hang up. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
That'd be all right.
It does look crooked on
I mean,
my
I would
end,
hate.
though.
I
Do
would
I
hate
need
for
to
you to.
adjust it, or is
I
it
think it's
doable?
doable. Looks fine.
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
cool.
So are we
Yeah.
starting now? Yeah, let's
Yes.
just say we started now.
It's the OK Podcast. Yeah.
Are we gonna keep doing that every episode?
Yeah, that's the intro.
That's
right
the
there.
first
We should
time
probably like.
this
record-
cowbell has been used in the new
We should
studio.
record that. It's just Paul screaming.
Yeah, we should record.
What do you mean?
That whole intro with the pod. You know, like
Oh,
the-
that'd be fun.
because we don't have a podcast
like an
intro. We have an
intro?
outro, but no intro. But I'm worried people would think we were like
Ooh, cool.
a punk band, which would be fine, I guess.
I mean, 2/3 of us are.
All
I
right,
mean,
let me ask you guys
we-
this.
Hey,
We're on the record here.
You and Zach, I don't understand.
No, I'm not a punk rocker. I'm like halfway.
I know.
I'm like a slightly higher than. Let's say like slightly lower than the Beatles for where my guitar hangs.
Man, I won't say where I
it's like
heard
here.
this from.
Mine's like here.
I won't say where I heard this from, but there was
That's fair.
there was this person that I was listening to, a content creator, who was talking about how pop punk, like the pop punk that Paul and I grew up with, is no longer considered the pop punk. Like when you say pop punk, they think of this whole new breed of bands, and like ours are archaic and like pushed to the wayside.
Well, I didn't realize that pop punk was for a time overshadowed by like screamo. Like some of the people that were into pop punk back in the day transitioned into like the heavier stuff. Okay, maybe not. Never mind.
Because like, when I think
I
pop
want
punk,
specifics because there's always been some bleed.
I have no specifics, Paul. I just
No, but see, like when I
talk
think
out of-
pop punk, I think like Gen 1, you had like Bowling for Soup and heck, you had like pop ska punk, Less Than Jake, and then you have Blink-182, and like you have bands like that, like
yeah.
90s pop punk, and then like early 2000s, like All Time Low hit the scene, and then you had, you know what I mean, like. You had stuff like that, and now there's like this whole new brand, and they're
Cartel.
called like All Time Low, are like granddaddies now, and I'm like, who is this guy talking through my phone?
I mean,
I was kind of mad. Not gonna lie,
Does
like
All
he was
Time
insulting
Low
some of my favorite bands.
even write pop punk anymore?
I don't know. I don't know if you can.
Well, you sent me that video because I want to talk to this guy.
We're not gonna
wanna
call
have
him
a
out because
pleasant
he is a
conversation.
genuinely good content creator. I enjoy the guy's work, but then like he said this, which I can see like he's trying to be like scholarly and talk about his craft, but then all these other people were like, "Heck yeah, man, those guys are all like washed up," and I'm like, "You shut your mouth right now, sir."
So who's like the new breed? Is it like
let's
Neck
look-
Deep and
No, Neck Deep would have been like the
um,
all-time low
Story So
of
Far.
the new breed, like the ones that kicked it off.
Okay, interesting.
Okay,
And like they would have capped it, like they're still doing stuff, but they would have like I guess capped this like period of pop punk, like this little subgenre of pop punk at like Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Like they would have stopped there, and then when Real Friends and
I love
Knuckle
the
Puck
Wonder
and all
Years.
them came out, they're like, "This is the new wave of pop punk," and I'm like, "Wait a minute."
So I think
Wait a
the
minute.
issue we run into is that you guys are better at recognizing it than I am, but what I would consider pop punk doesn't quite line up with like the Apple Music playlist for pop punk, like slides back into the 70s. Like there's all these bands that I'm like, this doesn't seem like what I was thinking it was, but they do kind of make sense.
But I mean, like, if you think about like why the genre was named that, it would have been popular punk music that would have made it to the radio.
Yeah.
Because punk music was supposed to be minimalist and thrashy and actually not palatable for everybody.
Yeah. Paul just gave the heavy metal devil horns. I just want people to be filled in if they're not watching.
Speaking of heavy metal, can we talk about how we can sing "Deck the Halls" to the tune of War Pigs?
That made me so happy. You have no idea.
I've been singing it, walking around the house, doing laundry and stuff all day.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Oh yes.
Can I tell you this? this is an interesting tidbit on. Also, what a weird word, tidbit on War
Tidbit.
Pigs. My first introduction to War Pigs. You had a
Guitar
friend,
Hero?
Yes, you had a friend in high school, or maybe it was middle school. It was when Guitar Hero,
his name was
came out.
Alec.
Yes,
his name is Alec. He lives in Chicago now. He comes and sees us every time we play there.
Shout out to Alec. Oh yeah, he did come. That was awesome. Anyway, shout out to Alec. You guys, we were all at Walmart, and back in the day, which was not that long ago, but back in the day, Walmart had a display out where you could demo Guitar Hero.
That was awesome.
And I remember Alec played War Pigs, or maybe it was both of you, and that was my first introduction to the song.
Yeah, he wanted to play War Pigs. Honestly, like I had never really. I listened to Sabbath back then, but like never really heard that song because I was a little baby rocker.
Just a little.
And
guy.
like he played that, and then we were on our way back to the house. He was staying the night, and I was like, "Do you know how to play that song like actually on guitar?" And then we like stayed up all night and learned it.
That's what's up. That's a jam, man.
Shout out
Classic.
to Alec.
And so, in spirit of Deck the Halls, I think I've been really thinking about this, and I think I'll release this episode, or we will release the episode on the either 23rd or 24th. I just really like for people to have this. It's our Christmas gift to the masses.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
The masses.
I mean, I wore my new hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Yep.
I wore my new hoodie. You know, that's my gift to everybody, seeing how
Yes.
good I look.
I don't know if
So-
I just over it. If
I
it
don't know
came
where I
out
got this hoodie.
early.
Just showed up on my porch. It was amazing.
What happened?
Holiday music, or holiday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Punk Goes. I think it was Punk Goes.
There's a Punk
There's like
Goes holiday?
Yeah, there's like a pop punk Christmas album.
Let's
What?
look.
Yeah, dude, and it's
Punk
amazing.
Goes.
I've
Punk
been jamming
Goes
the
Christmas.
emo playlist. The emo
Punk Goes
Christmas
Christmas.
on
Dude,
Spotify.
it
It's a
is-
pretty good one.
It is solid gold.
Dude,
All right, I know what I'm
what is
jamming
this?
later.
Christmas, is this Christmas Lights by Coldplay by Yellow Card?
Oh yeah, it's so good, man.
What?
Yellow Card covered Coldplay, and it's really really good.
Wait, when did this come out?
What does it say on there, Zach? Because
2015. So that's
Yeah,
why
see,
I feel
like-
like that's why we missed it. It was a little bit later.
but like I don't, because I always have followed that
I haven't.
Punk Goes stuff, and I never remember seeing it.
Yeah,
Apparently, I lived in a wormhole for that time.
interesting.
Yeah, the only one my friend Ben and I would
Hey,
play
man, crazy things
Halo,
happen.
Halo 3, and listen to Punk Goes Crunk.
The best,
Punk Goes Crunk. Yeah, yeah.
the real ones know that one.
Punk Goes Crunk is it's
Punk Goes Crunk
ridiculous.
was great.
That was
Put your
like
hood
the-
up by Set Your Goals.
That was
that's-
like the theme
Put your
for a little
hood
bit
up.
was for
Put your hood up.
was for predominantly white teenagers to sing like pop punk versions of R&B and hip hop songs.
So I'm not gonna lie. I did a paper on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
when I went to college because it was like right after because I graduated in 2010, so that was like right in the heat of everything, and I did a paper on the fact that the metal scene, like the punk metal scene at the time, and the hip hop scene were the same thing. Because metal vocals are
That's beautiful.
mostly rhythmic. So they are a form of rap,
True.
and then they're both bands, both music creators are just playing super intense, heavy, like sub-heavy beats.
I could see that. Paul,
So
are
you've
you-
got
wanna
rap
read
and
this
then
paper? Do you still have it?
super mean rap. I might. I also did at the same time. I took Devil Wears Prada. I took their With Roots Above and Branches Below album and did my
So good.
my final for English on that. We had to pick a piece of literature and dissect it and talk about it and everything. It's like a 30-page paper on the lyrics for that album.
Wow.
That's
Paul,
so
come back.
Gone. But I do like that logo.
Yes, straight up.
PS.
What? Oh, is it the PS logo?
Yep.
Flowers.
Was that the one that came up? Oh, sweet. Yeah, my friend Tyler made that. It's pretty cool.
So I want to say this publicly because I felt some
Yay.
shame about it earlier. I'm so sorry that I have not gotten you guys any demos for any songs we've written in the past 2 months.
We've written several too.
Well, you know, it's okay.
I have a few projects.
Because it's the holidays.
That's kind of
It's
how
Christmas time.
that's been the vibe, and not that we're done hustling or anything. I don't want people thinking that, but there's so much noise out there now, and we're a part of it. I'm not going to say like we're above it because that would be pretentious, but it's been nice kind of taking that end of November. You know, we released the EP. It's out there. We're going to be
We're on
talking
Christmas
about
break.
it. Yeah, we're going to be talking about it a lot more in the new year. There'll be lyric videos and behind the songs and stuff, but it's been nice in a sense just to be able to enjoy the holidays a little bit.
Wear some big old
we were
hoodies.
like, if we were like, our album's out, happy holidays, but our album's like, that's just kind of obnoxious, you know? So unless it was a
it's
Christmas
not fun.
album, then we could probably like slide that like, hey, here's a little Christmas music.
I do want to do a Christmas song next year. I think it'd be fun because I love Christmas.
I don't disagree at all. What's that, Nick?
Christmas songs. I have a question
Sure.
for both of you because I already put it all out there.
Yes.
My top 5 Christmas
Yes.
jams, my Christmas bangers. What are yours?
Okay.
Zach?
Hold on a second. Let's do this, but it'll take a minute, so let me do what I was going to do real quick.
Yeah.
Paul, I don't disagree, but let's go back to the saga of Ocean City for just a brief moment. We released an EP/single because there were only 3 songs on it, and it was not like the caliber. And this happens to a lot of bands that start out. It's not the caliber that you want to put forward when people look you up, and so we took it down. But before we took it down, we had added another single and a Christmas single. And so the Christmas single was really our first full band effort that sounded good enough to keep up. What do you say, Nick?
It sounded great.
It sounded
what
really
Christmas
good.
song
And
did
so
you guys do? I don't remember this.
it's called
It's called Snow.
We actually released it twice. We recorded it once and then re-recorded it with our second album, our first.
And there's like
full length.
3 or 4 versions of the artwork for that song too.
Yeah. And so
Maybe
long
I
story
just
short,
didn't realize it was a Christmas song.
when we took the other stuff down, well, it was more of like a winter song. Nothing ever says Christmas in it. But when we took the other stuff down, literally we just had Snow up on the sites for a little while. And so I'm like, I don't want to get too set in like, because I don't want to be that band that releases a new Christmas song every year. But having learned from Ocean City, I don't want to start out by having a Christmas song and then be stuck with that one for like the entirety of our career.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I look forward to August Burns Red, their Christmas album, every year. Like they're destroying Christmas.
It's so good.
Okay. That being said, that's just my personal
Side
opinion,
note, did you hear their System of a Down cover?
Do what?
They covered Chop Suey by System of a Down. It came out like a couple days ago.
I
It's
haven't heard that yet.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to go look that up.
You should
mean,
check
like-
it out. Anyway,
All right, let's do
August Burns Red. Christmas
top-
hasn't been this wrecked since the Grinch.
let's do top 5 holiday or Christmas songs.
Top 5 holiday or Christmas songs.
oh my
order.
Okay.
goodness.
I'm not gonna put that kind of pressure on you.
I'm not going to put. I might be able to put them in order later, but let's think about this for a brief moment. So, I have two that'll go from the main, and then I'll have to fill in the other ones. So, Mr. Winter by the main, just because it's a jam, and
There's a
then it's a hard call because the main has 2 actually really good. Well, one's an EP, one's a single with 2 songs on it. Mr. Winter from that one. Then they have a ton of other great ones, but the other one will have to be 1225 off of their second one that they released last year, I think. Okay. Then going from there, probably, I mean, like I think you and I have the same sort of interest in Christmas music because Christmas Treat has to be on there.
That song is such a
It
jam.
has to be on there.
Like there's so
that's
much
3.
just drip in that song.
Julian Casablancas. And
Yep.
then I can't get over the Baby Please Come Home by Death Cab. That's still top.
It's so good.
That's 4. And then, I mean, I like a lot of songs, but I'm going to have to go with Christmas Lights by Coldplay as number
Yeah.
5. Although
It's-
there are
it's
so
a good
many
one.
great ones, and honestly, I really like. I just blanked on it. There's plenty that I like. I love.
I'm
a
still
lot of,
here, but I'm looking something up.
It's all good. There's so many modern Christmas songs
That's
that I
a sweet
really
picture,
dig,
bro.
What
and
was
of
that one
course
called?
the classics. You know, you can't ignore those at all.
No,
Tell you what,
of course.
let's do this. This one's fun. One that you cannot stand. I have 2 of them, so you're welcome. One is That You, Santa Claus? It's the worst Christmas. It's so scary. It's so scary. Is That You, Santa Claus? And then the other one I don't like is, I think it's called Marshmallow World. Something about Marshmallow World in the winter. They used to play it all the
Yes.
time in retail.
So
But I don't like it because the guy sounds like he was sloshed.
yes,
Not
he
to be
does.
confused with sloshed by, I don't know.
trying to
how
say,
get
man?
sloshed. But he sounds
He's
so
sloshed,
drunk.
bro.
He's like, it's the Marshmallow World. I'm like, what is going on?
So I will. I absolutely hate. Actually, I don't hate it. I really don't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Let me say
But
this.
I do want to give honorable mention because you made me think of one.
Mhm.
It's "All I Can Give You" by Jason Lancaster. It's on that Christmas album I just talked to you guys about. I found that one after I wrote the blog,
Mm.
and it is. Yep. I don't even like for the people not watching the video, like that facial expression. I can't explain it to you. It's just, man, it's good.
Jason Lancaster's incredible.
Wait,
Yes.
what's the one about Rudolph the redneck reindeer? No, what is it? It's not Rudolph. It's something else. Randall
Dominic
the redneck.
Donkey.
Dominic the Christmas donkey is weird.
Super weird.
There's something
Yeah,
about
all my
The
Italian
redneck
friends hate
reindeer. That
song.
one's funny.
There's that on that same album, the 12 Days of Pop Punk Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of partridge in a pear tree, it's a pair of skinny khakis.
I'm making this too complicated,
Hey-o.
but
That's
also,
great.
I'd like to say my guilty pleasure Christmas song that I'm like, I hate to say that I really like it, but I do. Santa Tell Me
Do
by
it.
Ariana Grande. That one slaps every time.
Ooh, okay.
What's it called?
Or anything
It's by
on
the
Justin
Waitresses.
Bieber Christmas album.
What's the one by the Waitresses?
I don't know that one.
That's one of those where I don't want to like it, but it's such a jam.
All right, Paul, you've got the floor. Your top 5 at the very least.
So top 5. I Hate Christmas Parties by Reliant K because it's one of the first songs I ever learned on piano. It's a great
Yes.
song. They're like their first Christmas album or EP. I can't remember how many tracks were on it, but it's so good. I mean, that was what, like 2005. The Deck the Halls, Bruise Your Hands, like the first
Yes.
one. It was so good. It's still one of my favorites. That one, I hate to like be like same band, same album, but I Celebrate the Day is also really, really, really good on that album. Christmas Baby, Please Come Home, Death Cab, because it's by far the best version.
So sad.
I love I want to say it's the original, the Last Christmas, the Super 80s one. I think Wham. I believe that's Wham.
Yes.
I hate most of the other versions. Like, I hate Taylor Swift's version. Real talk. I hate it. Jimmy Eat World did a good version.
Yes, they did. It's so like ethereal
Yeah.
sounding.
And it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. So I can't count. That's 4.
For that one, I feel like you have
I
to
gotta
go.
pick a 5th one. That's so hard.
For that one,
Go
I feel like
where?
you have to go true to source or like do it so different that it's like a different vibe entirely. You can't just like sort of mush it out, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Last Christmas.
I agree. And yeah, word. Grandma got run over by a reindeer because it's just stupid and great.
Ooh.
This is a bop.
And there's some really good versions of it. Yeah. I forget. Oh, who was it? There's some punk band that does a cover of it that's just hilarious. I mean, I know there's probably a few, but anyway. Songs I hate. This is,
Here we go.
people are always
Don't
surprised
make
by
too
this.
large of a list.
I don't like The Little Drummer Boy. I really don't. Probably 95% of the versions out there just annoy me. The only one I really, really like is by Audio Adrenaline. They did this just like dirty rock and roll version of it in like the 90s, and it's amazing.
Audio A.
I don't mind the one by
yeah, man,
For King
I'm
and
throwing
Country.
it back,
Theirs
bro.
is pretty decent.
Yeah, theirs isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds like all their other songs to me. But I mean, yeah, it's good live. Like it was entertaining.
Here's my hope. Let me interrupt. I'm sorry. I always interrupt. I really, really cannot
go
wait
ahead.
for the day when people passively in conversation are like, yeah, that song by the OK sounds like all their other songs to me. It's whatever.
Ayo.
I would love for people to hate our music. Not a lot of people, but you know, statistically, I would say 50% of all people
That's
would.
what I want. Some haters for Christmas.
Some haters for Christmas.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. I'm
Crazy.
down.
That needs to be a song. There you go, Zach. Sparking that idea right here. We need haters for Christmas.
Dude, I love Christmas music. This is tough to pick another one I hate. I thought of
You know
like
what,
two more that I love.
Shout out.
I'm gonna swap out a bad one for a good one because I'm breaking the rules. Okay, Echo Smith, their version of "I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day" is incredible. It's so, and everyone I've showed it to, like, dang, this is like the best version of the song. I'm like, yeah, no duh, because they're great.
But man, let's be honest. Echo Smith, they make such beautiful music, anyways. Like that's just the word to describe
They're
it.
so good. I met them 7 years ago before any of them were even adults, and I was like, you kids are incredible.
What's
kids.
That? Who's kids?
Echo Smith.
Zach, are you playing a Christmas song?
I was
The
trying
cool
to write.
kids,
I want
man.
some
Echo
haters
Smith,
for Christmas.
the cool kids, bro.
Yeah, I like their stuff
Oh
as well.
yeah, that's good.
But
it's got to be our song.
I've always thought, yeah, they had to have been kids. Like, it just sounds like to me, and I don't know where the origin is, but it just sounds like they wanted to call it Aerosmith and then didn't. You know what I'm saying? They were like, I like Aerosmith. It's like, let's call ourselves Echo Smith. I don't know.
That's funny. I read an article that someone suggested they did Echo Smith because they like Echo and the Bunnymen and the Smiths. And they were like, well, we like both those bands, but that's not why we picked it.
We picked the OK because we made
Anyway.
a list, and that was the only one we liked out of the whole list.
You made a list. Did you check it
I'm
twice?
checking it twice.
Like 5 or 6 times, man.
You know, I don't necessarily hate that song, but I don't like the part where they make Santa sound like a total creep.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. But anyway, like I don't want to be watched while I'm sleeping or someone know when I'm away. It's just uncomfortable.
Shout out to some local guys though, real quick.
And don't come into my house uninvited.
If you're
man.
from
Boca,
Elizabethtown,
not in Detroit, you're gonna get shot.
no. If you're from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, shout out to some local guys. The best Christmas song ever is "All the Gold in California" by Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers.
I'm
just gonna leave it at that.
out.
Yes. Okay, let's do this. I want to do an official shout out to the Eric and Joe show because they are a big part of our actual hometown, Elizabethtown. They put on a Christmas variety show. They have for like the past 6 years. I think it's
6
been
years, 5 or
6
6 years, man.
And it's excellent. It's very funny. It's very skillfully entertaining. It's not just a bunch of people laughing because it's like, oh, we know them. That's funny.
Man,
They
they've
do a
got
great job.
They've got this skit that they did because we did a house band for them when Ocean City was together, and they've got this skit where they basically send like this mob to a house to sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and then they want like they sing "Bring Us a Figgy Pudding, we won't go until we get some," and they're like serious about it. They're like thugging on them, like
Wait.
we're not going to leave till we get that figgy pudding.
I want to stop you here because
That's
here's
so
what
great.
I want.
Man.
I think this sketch is actually in their show for this year, which is going to be streaming on demand from their website. So I want to promote that. I want people to go to theericandjoeshow.com or check them out on Facebook or wherever. They're everywhere. Joe Bennett and Eric Clemens, and then the whole cast of characters that they have helping them out. They put on a full, legitimate like sketch show movie this year, and so you can go stream that. I want people to do that, and I will probably post this separately and tag them. But like,
And I will say real quick, shout out to literally everybody that works on their crew. They are the some of the best people to work with and some of the most inviting people, because they're the same like skit troupe. They're the same acting troupe, same comedy group that works together every year. And they just knew us because we're from the same town. When they brought Ocean City in to work with them, they treated us like we had been part of their troupe forever. Like they were just super inviting. It was great. So go support them.
Yep.
100% just because they're great people.
Also,
but also you're going to really love it.
Yeah. Also, Joe, if you're watching this, we'll be expecting our check for the little ad space.
Yeah. Or 7 boxes of Christmas tree cakes. A piece.
Are you, oh, sweet, cool. I was like,
all
can
right,
you just send one up
next
here? I'll take 7. That's fine. What's next?
I don't know where it is, but there is. Well, I do know where it is, but I don't want to say where. There is a storage facility somewhere around this town that stores Little Debbie snack cakes. So I've heard, allegedly.
What?
And every once in a while, they have an overstock, and they will just dump all the cakes into the dumpster nearby. And if you catch them on the right day, you can literally get like a dumpster full of expired snack cakes. So if that's your thing,
those don't expire, Zach.
That's like a local legend.
Yeah, man, they're eternal.
I was going to do Matthew McConaughey. I don't know how to do what's his face? Woody Harrelson. Believe it or not, Twinkies have an expiration date.
No, they don't.
Ew. That's a throwback.
One of these days, what does he
Double
say?
tap.
I forget. Life's
Dude,
little Twinkie gauge.
Chocolate covered Twinkies are so good.
All right, so
now I'm wanting some Christmas tree cakes. Like,
yes, they're pretty.
Now
good.
I want Christmas tree cakes and chocolate covered Twinkies and Little Debbie's everything. Can we get sponsored by Lil Debbie? If we write Lil Debbie a song, do you think she'd be like, OMG, they're my favorite band. I'm just going to give them free snacks for
Don't
life.
quote me on this, but to just dip back to the Eric and Joe show really quickly, they had a skit that heavily featured Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes, and they promoted the heck out of Little Debbie for free for like half of a year. And I don't know that they ever heard anything back, which was very sad. So I doubt they would be like, "Hey, the OK, you will sponsor you guys."
Hey, man, you never know.
I almost know. Hey, I've really been digging. We started following.
We're gonna spearhead this, and we're gonna get sponsored by Little Debbie. And then when we're in tight with them, we're gonna be like, "Hey, Eric and Joe, our boys, take care of them."
I was gonna say we have started following Sabbath
I lost y'all
Coffee
for like 30 seconds.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh, Sabbath Coffee?
Well, on
okay,
this end,
cool.
we lost you for like 30 seconds. Yeah, we started following Sabbath Coffee on Instagram from our band.
Is that what
account.
you got in that super awesome blue collar green thermos over there that I'm super jealous of?
My 2-quart Stanley thermos that I bought for myself for Christmas is beautiful.
I love those.
No, I'm out of Sabbath Coffee. I need to go buy more. I drank it all
I've
because
just
it's so
really enjoyed.
Where do you even find those, Paul? Like, where do you find those? Because I thought that like you get those when you become like when you get your man card.
A dad.
When you finally get your like man card, they hand you one of those too.
It's called Amazon.
Amazon.
It's a great place. I ordered it at 2 a.m. and I suck at math, so I was like, there was one, and I forget what the how many ounces it was, but I was like, that doesn't seem like enough. I was like, we'll go 2 quarts, and then it comes in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is massive. But it's great. You can fit a whole pot of coffee and a little more in it, so it's great for my days that I'm like in the studio all day or away from home, and I just
see. I'm thinking about because
really
I've got a
warm,
Yeti that I take back and forth to work, and it only holds the 24 ounces or whatever. I'm really thinking about getting one of those so I can take the whole pot of coffee with me.
Okay.
all I heard
Paul?
was 24 ounces. Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No,
Do I
can
need
you
to
hear
make an adjustment? Yeah, I can hear you.
We're
now.
going to need to figure something out. We got to get like fiber internet for all 3 of us or something.
Yeah, no joke.
If we're going to keep doing these.
Okay, hold up.
Zoom
Hold up. I might be
podcasts.
able to fix it real quick. Hang on.
But no, what I was saying is like I've got one of those giant Yeti
Paul's
cups, and it's
Yeah, the
great.
Yetis hold a lot.
But man, like I would love to be able to take a whole pot of coffee to work.
I was given a Yeti as a gift from you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. And it keeps things insanely hot. And then I was gifted I think it's Thermos brand coffee mug, like a to-go thing from my in-laws. Oh, hey, Paul. And the Thermos
That wasn't
one,
me laughing at Zach's story. Like for those just listening,
yeah,
Paul
just
made the
showed
goofiest
up.
face when he came back online.
I was looking for y'all. You weren't there, but now you are.
But,
Okay.
but that
let's try
thermos
this.
cup,
Hopefully
and
this will work.
it keeps things way too hot. Like it never cools down because it seals. At least the Yeti, it escapes a little bit up at the top, the heat.
It was
a
like
little.
that Chive mug that you gave me forever ago. That Chive thermos.
Oh, yeah.
I could not drink anything out of it. Like I'd fill up the coffee and it'd be like 3:00 in the afternoon, and it's like still can't sip on it.
Yeah. Well, typically I pour some and then I let it sit for a couple minutes, and then it's still not room temperature, but it's at least not like boiling.
Yeah. But Sabbath Coffee, big
Yeah.
shout out to them.
It's so good.
My point being on that one, I just really enjoy what they post, and I'm sure I
They're
would
great.
love their
That's
coffee.
good stuff. It's great. I'll get you.
I love how transparent they are about their roasting process and everything too. Like it's gorgeous.
They for real, dude. They're great people too, man. Trevor and Miranda are wonderful. I used to be in a band with them. It was good times. And their kids are
I
adorable.
don't know what's happening, but we've been going for 41 minutes now.
For
and
real?
I'm not on like a premium plan here.
Merry Christmas.
Maybe
Merry Christmas
Keep
from
going.
Zoom.
gifting us.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas
Zoom.
from Zoom. Let's see. Are they doing a promotion?
Tell you what
What a bunch of
happened,
great
Zach, is
guys.
Little Debbie heard us and they took care of it.
Lil
Like,
Debbie,
we'll take care of our
man.
boys.
Yo.
Little Debbie, the
Zoom.
okayest snacks
LD.
ever.
Ooh, that's a
They
slogan right
are.
there.
Yeah. We will be lifting the 40-minute limit for I don't know what just happened there for holiday celebrations.
Oh, we're
That's
celebrating.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Thanks, Zoom. So
Well,
we
this
can
has
like
been a very, very
Zoom,
holiday
We love
themed
you.
episode.
yeah, and so it will be
Yeah.
the holiday episode. We're not doing an additional one on the 30th.
No.
30th.
We're
no,
gonna be
31st.
ripping
20
presents open and
It would technically
eating
be the
Christmas tree
28th.
cakes.
Christmas tree
Whoa,
cake.
whoa.
Christmas tree cake.
Yay.
Tell you what, though, if we ever, I really do. We've got several partnerships that we've joked about, but Sabbath Coffee,
Yep.
we
I
need
mean-
we need the okayest beans you've got.
Here's my thing on
Yeah.
Sabbath. I want that relationship to be mutually beneficial. And
Yes.
right now, our audience
Correct.
is relatively smaller than their audience. It's
This is
maybe
true.
different.
Well,
But-
we're not asking for free coffee.
Yeah,
We're just asking.
yeah.
We're going to endorse one
We'll
of their
endorse
blends.
them, and I don't know what benefit it'll be to them, but if it is, that's good.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys wondering, those watching the video, what I'm doing when I get up and walk over and come back, my son has found out that he can get up on the TV stand and pull the TV towards himself.
Wow.
And he gets it like an
boy.
inch from his face and just stares at it.
What a champ. man.
He-
I wonder if
stressing me out.
I wonder if there's rich people out there who got their little kids Oculus just so they could watch TV like just right there.
Oculus.
Oculus Prime.
It's
Well,
interesting.
I will tell you, I am not rich, and I did not get my children that.
Problem solved.
Wait, you're not.
I'm not. I don't know if you guys got me into the band because you thought I was, but
Oh yeah. I thought I joined.
they're like,
the
this
band
dude
with Two
can't
Rich
really
Brothers.
play,
Man,
but he's
I
got
lied to.
he's got dollars.
He's got a nice leather jacket and he looks good in pictures.
Don't
Yeah.
share all how the sausage is made, man. That jacket's made of plastic. That thing is just a Glad bag with a members only patch.
Word.
I was given an early Christmas gift, and it was a leather jacket.
Oh, it's bomb.
What?
It's
Is it the one with the
ridiculous.
stripes?
Yeah, the one with the stripes.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
and then I got one from the same gifter,
Same gifter.
Who,
Shout out to
it's-
mom.
it's
Thanks,
like-
mommy.
early '80s, late '70s. Got the brown and orange stripes on it. It's like a track jacket, and it's Quicksilver.
Ooh. Bro, that's legit.
Anyway, coming to a stage near you.
Y'all gonna be looking good.
We'll have to get you one, Paul.
Heck yeah, I'll find something.
Paul, I've got a Vans windbreaker.
I'm just
for
gonna
you.
wear this big old hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
That Vans windbreaker that I've got. I need to give it to you because it
Let me
doesn't
ask,
fit me right.
do you like the big old hoodie as much as I do?
Bro, I love the big old hoodie.
Good.
It is so. I go home every day when I get home from work. I put it
Wow.
on. It's wonderful. I'm just like, yo, straight chilling.
I've considered wearing mine to work a few times, and I just haven't done it.
No.
Yeah,
So
it's so big. It's great.
for Halloween 2 years ago, I dressed up as Robert Smith.
That's amazing.
And you know, he always wore those big baggy sweaters and layered them with cardigans and t-shirts and stuff. So I had to buy a bunch of really big clothes. And the only thing that survived from that costume was this, like, it's like a 5XL t-shirt that I bought at Walmart. And I wear that thing like all the time. It's so great.
And it's so comfy, isn't
It's
it?
so comfy. Giant clothes are the best.
Yeah. For real, though. Are we going to do like the OK oversized tee line of merch?
Oh, we should. We should
It's
exclusively
the same merch.
sell a big old hoodie on our website that only comes in like
Big old hoodie
7X.
records.
7X would be big. I mean, no offense to anyone who wears one. That's fine. If you need that, that's what you got to wear. But 7X would be big.
Ain't no
Like, could
thing.
you imagine someone that wears a small trying to wear a 7X?
That'd be picture
Like, I'm maybe the largest person I know in my life.
Oh, that's what
And
we'll do. We'll do
I
this
wear a-
Hey, living
algorithm.
large, bro. Ain't no
You
I
order
wear a
the size that
5X.
you really need. You order your true size, but we're gonna ship you one that's 3 sizes
Yeah,
bigger.
that's, you never know.
Whoa.
This,
That
it'll
sounds
be
great.
like 5X fits an extra large.
It's perfect, man. It's genius.
That's exciting.
Big old hoodie records.
Yeah, big old hoodie records.
Are we gonna get signed to Big Old Hoodie Records? I was just curious.
They're pretty
Like,
selective.
I won't return my calls.
I sent them our demos. I haven't heard anything yet. But anyway,
That joke took
it's all
a real
good.
hard left turn.
So I tried to I tried
A-
to today try to make a last minute special guest, like schedule out a special guest, and it didn't happen. I didn't ask anybody.
Was it Santa? Because he's super busy right now.
Could you imagine? Santa just comes in.
I'd be so happy.
No, I thought about asking a few people because I'm like, what else are they doing? You know, no
Yeah.
bands are really like out touring right now, so
Nope.
I was like, you never know. We could just be like, hey, you do anything today? And they're like, no, what's up? No.
Want to come hang on a
Yeah.
pod?
Okay, let me say that.
a good
If
idea.
anyone messages us, the OK, and says, do you guys want to come on our podcast? We're in.
Yes. The
At
answer is
least one of us will be on your
Yes.
podcast. That'd
Correct.
be incredible. But ultimately, I didn't message
I would love
anybody
that.
because I got a little bit like, because if you become the band that like messages to ask to be on, like, hey, you guys want to come on our podcast, and then they say no, that's either really fine and cool or it's like really lame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's in their court. You know, they decide if it's like, okay, can you believe them asking us?
Yeah.
So
Eli.
anyway,
Now I'm thinking of all the bands whose podcasts I
we
wanna
decide
be
the
on,
cool.
or have them on ours. But anyway, yo, I got super cool holiday socks.
Are you wearing them?
What's on him?
I am. I'm debating how I can show,
Show
you
us
guys. We're gonna
the
try
socks.
and figure this
Stick
out.
your foot right up there to the camera.
Maybe slide over to the side and then
Hold
like
up.
maybe don't frog
Or-
pose it.
Jump.
Hold up. Wait for it.
Ooh,
Oh.
gingerbread
Gingerbread
man.
socks.
No, I can't see what it says.
It says Limp Bizkit,
Wow.
and he's missing a
Wow.
Yeah. Fred Durst would be so proud.
Wow.
My best friend Tim got me these. He got me these, and then another pair, and then he got me a nice sweater.
So I gotta tell you about, and I'm sure it's going around. Like, I'm sure I'm late to the party on this, but there's people making these, you know, the like live, laugh, love signs.
Yes.
Have you seen the ones that say live, laugh, Limp Biscuit?
No. How have I missed this?
Oh my gosh,
I want one.
I want one too.
I don't personally have any negative feelings toward Limp Bizkit, but I have also just completed The Good Place as a TV series.
Oh
And
my gosh.
They make so many jokes where it's like, humans are terrible, Limp Bizkit, the Holocaust, I rest my case. Like, it's so bad. It's terrible. I'm like, whoever wrote that part, like, who hurt them?
Take it sleazy.
Yeah, for real.
Take it sleazy, Zach.
Take it sleazy.
Man.
Paul, have you watched The Good Place?
No, I've not.
Well worth it. Oh,
Apparently I need to.
Gentlemen,
Yeah?
Netflix recommendation for you and all of our listeners. It's called Peppermint,
Okay.
and it is not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
Or the
Think,
faint-
what's the in the original Daredevil movie?
Mhm.
You're gonna, Zach, you'll know this because you're better at your comic book lore than I am.
Oh, maybe.
The female vigilante.
Elektra.
What's her name? Elektra. Think Taken.
Hold on. I have an Amazon Alexa, and she thought I was talking to her when I said Elektra.
Think Taken and John Wick meets Elektra.
Okay.
It's it's amazing. Like the description is something like so and so her family is murdered in front of her. She goes on a vigilante justice search and basically takes down like the drug cartel in that area. And it is amazing.
That's pretty awesome. I'm highly considering canceling Netflix if they raise the price again. I think it's worth it. I really think it is. They might have already raised it. I do think it's worth it. I mean, you're getting literally hours and hours and hours and hours of content with more released almost every day.
I'm going to cancel if they don't add a roulette button.
Ooh, a roulette button would be good.
Like shuffle. They need a shuffle button for when you can't figure out what you're going to watch. You just hit that button and then it shows you something random.
Ooh.
But I could just use that. You know, it's only like $15-20, but I could use that $15-20 sometimes.
That's like
Yeah, I could go on the band account. What?
that's
Go to
like
the band account.
7 boxes of Little Debbie Christmas tree
Yeah.
cakes.
It can go to the snack fund for the band. That's what I meant.
I mean, if I didn't have Netflix to watch, I could probably do more with my time. I don't know.
It
That
would be
sounds
our-
crazy, doesn't it?
hey, we're
It would be
making
our
progress.
food
Look at
for-
this.
When tours start back up, basically just loaves of bread and peanut butter.
It could be gas money for when you guys come visit me.
I really want to come to Michigan, Paul.
It's a great place.
It's cold and I love it.
Dude, we have snow. We have snow and it's sticking and I'm so happy.
You know what we have?
It's what?
Nothing.
Dry grass.
Cold. It's cold and muddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is kind of bitterly cold today. I mean, not for like a Michigan
How cold's
day.
it been?
I mean, not that
not
cold.
like-
Come on. Now
not
we have to back up and say, oh, not that cold, because the Michigan guy's asking. It's been like
I mean, what?
teens, 20s.
Oh, okay. No,
Not
that's
like
fair.
ridiculously
That's- I
cold,
mean,
but cold.
Yeah, it stays
Yeah.
during like the heat of the day. It stays in the high 20s.
Right now it is.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's cold. I mean, we've been like 20s and 30s.
Right now it's
so
39. You know, it's 30. Hey, it's gonna be in the 40s.
It's warmer today.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wide.
Well, let's turn a corner here. This will be the last What episode is this? 8? Did I say 8 or 9?
9. This is podcast 9.
For real? That's crazy.
We've done 9 months of podcasting,
This podcast is now
OMG.
an official baby.
baby.
Whoop, whoop.
So that's exciting, but it'll be the last podcast for 2020. And
Whoa.
let's do a year. Let's do a look. Let's look back on the year.
Well,
Well, I've sat in this house for most of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
yeah, I was going to start that saying my hopes and dreams got smashed.
everything. I mean, it's been okay. I'm not making a pun. It's been okay. We started in March, and that's pretty good.
That is when we started, isn't it?
We
Yeah.
just have a ton of we
Dang.
have a ton of content. We have 4 songs. Sorry, the guitar started falling. I started panicking. 5 songs out. for the public to appreciate.
And like 5 or 6 in the back pocket, ready to go.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's been a good year. What do you guys feel like was a high? It doesn't have to be for the band, like a high point for your year, and then maybe a low point, in any order that you want.
High point and a low point.
Yeah, highs and lows, man.
Man, I'll be completely honest. The lowest point is just the separation and just kind of like the general, like almost just feeling of gloom because of the pandemic. Like it's just been hard on everybody, just being away from the people that you're normally around. That's been my lowest point. And then the high point, I guess, would be the flip side of that, and like the double-edged sword of that thing. Like I've enjoyed spending time with the people that I have been able to spend time with. That's the personal stuff. But the high point and low point for the band, lowest point was trying to get the guitar sounds correct, recording by myself. And the high point was after our mix and master wizards put their magic on it and hearing the way that it actually is supposed to sound.
Yeah.
Finally having that out for people's ear holes.
I dig it. I would say
that's good.
For me, personally, low point, I've had a lot of like existential anxiety this year where I'm kind of looking around and seeing that, like, I have faults. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. But people that I thought kind of shared my own sort of common sense of what is good and what is bad to do, that conduct has kind of gone out the window this year, especially like on interactions on the internet where I'm like, wow, I thought you were a good person, but that is a terrible thing to say to somebody. You know, like that sort of stuff has just been elevated this year. So that's been a low point. More recently, honestly, but also agree with you, Nick. It's been hard not seeing people, although I'm pretty introverted, so there has also been like some hidden.
Yeah, that's why I said it's like a double-edged sword, because like I've enjoyed my time, but I miss people.
And a high point personally, I don't know. It's just been good. It's just been a halfway decent year as far as like, you know, no major. Oh gosh, I don't want to say that out loud. Knock on wood there. You know, it's just been. I think the combined benefit of just having, beyond the typical, like there has been a global pandemic and it's been terrible. That's been bad. But beyond that, life is still good. You know, still blessed. For the band, low point was for sure starting and thinking we were going to be onto something, and then COVID would be over, and then we'd be like, all right, we got something to work on here, which will still happen. But then COVID has continued to affect the entire world, perhaps irreparably. So that was also the same low point. High point for the band, definitely either Waves, just because it was so significant, or our band Getaway. Even though it was so short, it felt like it was really
it was so
impactful.
nice.
It felt really good.
Dude, for real.
Even though
I
Paul
was
was only
actually
there for
thinking
like a
about that
collective
yesterday.
24 hours.
Yeah, it was worth it. Though.
I enjoyed.
That was fun.
I enjoyed being there with you guys, but I almost enjoyed just getting to drive again. Paul, I know you really like long drives. I appreciate a long
I
drive.
love it. Yeah.
I appreciate a
That's
bunch of
why
steak
I
and
wanted
eggs.
to her so bad.
Steak and eggs. Although, man, those steaks were well seasoned. That stuck with you all day.
You're welcome.
It was so good though.
Yeah. That was a good time, man.
I'm hungry.
A lot of snacks.
A lot of snacks.
Think
A lot
I'm
of
gonna
Blink 182 at 2 a.m.
I think I'm gonna hit up Subway after this. We should do that again. Hear me out, though.
Yeah.
I like the accountability because I get excited about stuff with you guys. I think a little easier because I'm less concerned about if you guys are also having a good time. Does that make sense? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
well, we're all bros. They'll figure it out. But I want to, and I need to, and I get to. All of those things. Take Taylor for more of those experiences. Not to talk about my personal life too much. But it does put a little more emphasis on like, yeah, if you're going to do things like that with the bros, with the dudes in the band, then make an extra effort for your wife too. And so I've been really thinking about that a lot. But you're more
cannot.
concerned. You're like, I want her to have. I don't even care if I have a good time. If I'm like giving her some kind of experience like that, like, hey, we're going to the hayloft. If we went to the hayloft, I'd be like, are you having a good? I'm insecure. Anyway, but it does it. It puts a positive urgency to spend more quality time with your family too.
I cannot recommend Red River Gorge enough, though. Place like a hidden gem.
The Garge.
The Garge. Paul.
All right, enough about me.
Same question.
Oh man, okay. I mean, low, like, yeah, the whole pandemic thing, just because it's like I had so much playing this year. Like, I stepped into 2020 being like, all right, I'm going to do this year, and then 2021 is going to be like, woo, way up here, and then none of that happened because poop pandemic. So, I mean, that's been up and down, but overall just really hard. I mean, I was very thankful to, like, be able to travel when I could to see you guys and hang out that first time and then do the band weekend and all that. But, yeah, it's just like I'll go days like I can feel that I'm getting super sad and disappointed with like not being able to do stuff and not being able to get out, and I'll be like, no, it's fine, and then I'll just have like 3 days in a row where I'm just like uber depressed and like nothing matters, this is stupid, I'm never going to play a show again, and it's like terrifying, and then I just suck at my job and I'm mean to everybody and it's awful. So literally that's how I started this week. I could feel it building up and then it just like oof, and it was terrible. But yeah, so that's been just really hard. And I get like everyone's in it. So in a weird way, like that helps because it's like, in a sense, we are kind of all going through this thing together, even if it's hitting people different ways. But yeah, just that feeling of like everything's on hold, you know? And like, I mean, on the upside of that, you know, yeah, I've been able to like record more, and that's cool. And recording's fun. I love it, and it's important as a musician. But I just miss playing shows, man. I want to be with people. I want to be on a stage. I want to be in a room with, you know, in the basement of some dumpy venue with a bunch of sweaty people. Like, you know, that's what I miss. Man.
I will say,
I miss the long drives.
That experience is why we do it. I mean, I really like making music, and I'm so technical with some like many aspects of my life that the technicality and the arrangement of everything with the recording process, I love recording. But like the only reason we do this, I'll say for me personally, that I do this in this capacity of like we have a band. Otherwise, there's really no point other than the camaraderie, is to get out and actually play live shows. And I feel like everything deteriorates a little bit without that. Like my health has gotten a little worse. Put on a couple pounds, you know. I'm like, why even bother? We're not getting on stage, you know, like that sort of attitude. And so I feel you.
Yeah. Word. But the upside, I mean, I did get a bunch of recording equipment and start figuring out how to do stuff. So that's been super cool. I think, too, I proved to myself, okay, yeah, this is what I still want to do, like music and being a musician and all that stuff. Because, like, you know, I had been wrestling with going back to school, and I did back in the spring. Because I was like, oh, there's a, you know, pandemic. I'll have tons of time to focus on school. And I did, like, A class, and I did terrible because I'm just like, nah, I want to be in the studio. So it's been, like, very, I don't know, refining of just what I want to do and my goals and dreams and as well on that, like finding the benefit in, okay, we can't play shows, but like we can prepare for when we can. And I'm finding I'm just coming up with a lot of creative ideas, like for us and even for like my solo music, just, you know, refining visions and, you know, creative stuff. And okay, well, when we can't play a show, maybe we can do this, or like, oh, we should play here, or like, you know, I've been finding tons of new bands and artists online. So it's like, oh, maybe we can, you know, do something with this person. So it's been cool to just get excited about, like, it's like the hype is building for when things go back to normal or things, whatever, are in a new way and we're able to do that stuff again. And then for the band, I mean, the low was definitely not being able to record together because I was really excited about that. And it's still kind of weird, like, recording, because I think this is the first time I've been, like, in a band and recorded parts by myself in a room alone with nobody else there. So it's like, was fine because what we had to do, but it was definitely weird, and you don't get like the energy, and you don't get like the instant input and stuff. But so that was a low. But the high, man, everything we've been able to do, and just like one of you guys said, or both of you, the content we've been able to like put out, like the fact that we have 9 podcast episodes, like that's incredible. And we've only been in the same room 3 times, like. It's just cool, man. I feel like the chemistry we're building and just how we're going about this thing is super cool and beneficial. And I mean, I bought a banner, so that's cool. Yeah.
I have a content-based idea that I might give you guys as a gift. Nick's birthday is coming up in January, so it might just be a gift for both of you for Nick's birthday. But we'll see about how it pans out.
It is a holiday. I mean,
yeah, Nick and I both thought our birthdays were holidays when we were younger, or at least I did.
Like, fun fact, Zach and I are January 16th and January 17th.
If anyone wants to send us
like,
any,
wait, for real?
gifts.
Yeah, for real. And so we'd celebrate, like when we were little, we'd celebrate together. And so like we legitimately thought it was a holiday because it was like Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays.
Yeah. It was like
so awesome.
every month for, it's like boom, boom, boom. So took me a minute.
And there was even like a family story of like we were out in public and we were like telling other people, just random strangers, happy birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is great.
Could you imagine if we did this
dig
podcast every week? It would probably look a little different
man.
if we ever went to that format. But I was thinking,
I would have to get my own boom arm.
You got to get a boom arm.
Yeah, get a boom arm, bro. Hey, what did you like for your birthday?
Like I'm never at my the place where I call my studio. I'm never there.
This is not I just want to people. I'm not rich in any way. These are on loan. This boom arm and the mic and even the cable are not mine. I'm borrowing them for the duration of this podcast.
They're Paul's.
I mean, I own. Yeah, it's all mine. I own everything in this room. I just don't own the room, so nobody think that I'm.
I don't want anyone to think Paul had it easy. He was given a small loan.
Oh heck no, man!
When he turned 18.
Yo, I'm from the hood, bro. Thank you. Yes, correct. That was good. Thank you.
All right, let's steer that another direction.
Other way.
Then I gotta but anyway,
yeah. What's that?
I gotta get a hand tattoo. Every time Paul has that hand up, I'm like, look at that. Look at how cool that is.
This was my screw you, corporate America. I'm never getting a real job.
I'm still blank. I still have my original.
I got a waffle.
Still have my original skin.
It's a dope waffle, man. Wait, is that new?
No, that's the Stranger Things tattoo, man.
I like that location because how frequently do you actually like? Oh, I have no muscle tone. Oh gosh, don't look. But how often do people?
Man,
really,
look at those
you don't
guns.
Anytime I'm like, man, my shoulder itches or something, and I'm wearing short sleeves, I like.
Anytime you're just like, just get
no, it never fails. I'll scratch the back of my head or something. And someone's like, "Is that a waffle?"
Over there. No,
it's a nice waffle, man.
We got a waffle. Got an elephant,
dude.
I will say this.
Look at you go.
I try to not talk about Taylor a ton because her life is her business. I don't want to publicly talk about her a whole lot so that she's not feeling outed or anything. But when we were looking at getting married, I was like, I have no tattoos. And she was like, good, I don't like tattoos. And I'm fine with that. Like, I don't really personally like them for myself either. But since we got married, she has mentioned a couple of times that she's surprised I don't have tattoos. And then even gone as far as to like jokingly say that she's going to get a tattoo. So I don't know where she's coming from on that one, but
ink.
I vote you get a face tat.
A face, yeah.
Yes.
Those
right
are
under your
expensive.
eye.
You and Taylor get matching face tats. It'd be adorable. One of y'all get Rocco, and then one of y'all get Millie. It'd be great.
That's rough. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay.
Did you guys like plan that your dog's names are like a pun or like a spinoff of Millie Rock?
Yeah, I have said Millie Rock a couple times. You also have Millie Vanilli's a big one. Millie's name is actually Millie Marie, so that's fun. And then Rocco,
that's a good one.
We call Rocco Taco. I used to call him Rocco Jones because that's his last name, but then Taylor insisted that he's my son, so he has to have my last name. So now he's Rocco Jean.
See, I would constantly be singing like Millie, like the Lil Wayne song.
Hey,
it's short for Millicent, and
it's a good name.
Taylor's grandmother found that
regal
really
name.
funny. Yeah.
True.
Millie
True.
basically
By the way,
runs a country.
She's scary smart though, so she knows her full name is Millicent. She's
That's wild,
kind
man.
of scary.
hey, y'all look great on Christmas cards, though.
Thanks.
That's what's up. I got that hanging on my board.
I think we should do that in the future when we have a little more, fewer, a little more. I'm
We
trying
should
to
do
find
an
the right
OK
words.
Can we do
When we
OK
have
Christmas
more
cards?
contacts to send them to, we should do the OK Christmas cards.
Have an
I'd be
okay
so
Christmas.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness!
And that's
it
it'll
could
say
be
that
like a
every
merch
year.
item.
It'll say that every year.
Dude, yes.
Have an
All
okay
right,
Christmas.
So 2021, we got to get a bunch of fans, or even just like 1,000, and then boom.
Oh wow, was I supposed to? No, that's
It'll
not
be
for a
great.
while. Okay. I mean, the mailing list will probably get like an end of December email, but not the same. I mean, like physical Christmas cards.
That's what I'm saying.
Although that
man.
would-
I love mail.
Ideally, we
I
don't
suck
have a
at
lot
sending
of.
mail, but I love getting mail.
Ideally, we won't have a lot of contacts because stamps are up to like $1 million these days.
$1 million.
$1 million.
Why? That's terrible.
I don't know.
Ain't nobody got money for that.
I always think of the. What's it? Oh yeah, that's the song you were talking about, Nick. I just didn't know. I just pretended I knew what you were talking about, but that is the song you're talking about, the Lil Wayne song, where he's got Nigerian hair.
Why don't we personally deliver
Yeah, we do that.
the Christmas cards and
Oh,
then do a
man.
living room show?
Yes.
Boom, done.
Oh, sorry. The guitar's making noise.
Socially
We-
distant, limited capacity.
Every year, for the end of the year, we have all of them printed well in advance, and then we go on like a national tour where we visit and hand deliver the person. That would be way more expensive than stamps. And we hand deliver.
Blip.
I was gonna say, man, like you were just complaining that stamps cost money. Like,
Costs like a couple hundred.
We'll save
per
up,
show.
man. I'll sell a kidney or something. We'll be fine, guys. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
we
Can I say this?
between us we have 6 kidneys, so we could technically do this for 3 years.
That's the
We could quit our jobs and be fine for a couple years.
That's
if
the-
everyone just donates a kidney.
the best feeling of being on even smaller tours. Like I've never been on like a huge national tour. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Selling a kidney?
No, is the feeling when you're getting to that point where you've played a few shows and it's starting to work. You know what I'm saying? Like where you're like,
true.
hey, we're starting to like build up a little bit
Your
of capital
kidney-
here.
Missing kidney won't work, but yes, the fan base will.
It'll work for somebody else, Paul. That's the point.
True.
It'll still work.
Or for science.
It just won't do
Depends
any
on who
work
you
for
sell
you.
it to. True. But yes, I agree with you 100%.
It's super cool.
It's like when you finally play that show and people are singing the words, and it's like, oh my goodness, people actually pay attention. This is cool.
I mean, family members have sung songs at shows. I've never seen like a random person singing along. I'm excited for
yeah,
that.
because I'm not random, but I sing along that one show.
Have you, Nick?
There was one.
There was the show where that person requested a song of ours. That was super cool.
Ooh,
That
what
was
song
that was the one that Paul played at. That
Oh,
was
yeah, Paul was
the
there.
birth of the OK.
Yeah. The OK before it was the OK. Playing Ocean
Wait,
City
what?
covers.
Back when it was just I.
Hey,
It just was.
wait, the show in
Yeah, in Youngstown.
Yeah,
and
in Youngstown, the
guy goes,
recorded-
Blood Bank! And we're like, what? For real?
Oh
Or you know
yeah,
that one.
that's right.
and that was I think Zach was like, it's coming. It's in like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah. Man.
That's right.
I was
yeah.
I'm going back to frontman school because the correct response, if that's like the only time anyone said anything that night, it's like Blood Bank. You don't want to give the audience too much power, but you want to give them, throw them a bone every now and then. You don't want it to turn into an
or throw
an
him a
assembly,
kidney.
crowd participation.
Or you could just like
It's true.
jab at him. Blood Bank. I didn't write that one.
Oh yeah,
Move on.
That was a fun show.
it was good.
Fun stuff. That was a great pizza.
Good times.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
If we
pierogi
had
pizza.
never had that show, the OK would not exist.
That's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
Paul, did I send you a Facebook message or a text? And I was like, Paul, I need you to come play a show with me.
Although
I don't remember, but either way, I was like, well, this is random. Cool.
it was sad to see Ocean City end, but I don't know.
Nah, I'm
also,
over it.
if we hadn't have done that tour, I don't know that we would have put that much stress on the band, and we might have just kind of coasted along we might still be coasting along. Might have done another record.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That band will
I'd be
always
like,
have a
when are
special
they
place
going to
on my
break
arm.
up and start a band with me?
Yeah. Crazy.
I mean, I wasn't waiting for that the whole time or anything.
I mean, I
I was
really
just like lurking over in the corner.
not that it's anybody's business really, but I do want people to understand that it wasn't like, hey, we got to quit Ocean City so we can start up with Paul. That was not.
No, dude, not at all.
It wasn't even a thought in my brain. But once that, the mourning period had passed, and it was like, hey, we got to get something going again.
Man,
That
it was
just-
sad.
It was good
There
to have someone available to just be
It
like,
was
hey,
sad
yeah,
for a
I'll
little
go
bit.
in.
There were real tears over that.
I believe that.
That band, like I said, will
Whoa.
always have.
Do you
What
have?
the flip just happened?
Did all of your power go out?
No, because
Just the
everything's
lights.
still on. What the flip, man? There's something in here.
Paul's lights just went out.
Paul's over there thugging on some ghost right now.
Have you seen the video? It's some girls
Whoa!
filming some video, and you see the curtains in the background kind of look like there's someone in them, and she gets up and just punches him right in the caption is
Trying to
no
catch
way
that
she
ghost
just
slacking, man.
yeah.
Dude, I don't think I have any lights in here. I didn't bring them because I have these. So I was like, I don't need to hang more lights.
Wow.
Well, I look all glowy now. Look at that though. You could still see the okay.
Wait,
that's
so what happened?
matters.
Do you not have
Dude, I don't
you don't have overhead
don't
lights
know.
in that room?
No, all the lights just went out, but I still have power. I don't
So
understand.
you're still recording your audio.
Yeah, dude. Everything's on. The computer's on,
So-
the fridge is on, the keyboard's on.
You
I
might
have
need to
no
go
clue
check
what
and see if
happened.
there's a light switch somewhere else in that house that controls that room.
Yeah, I should text my brother real quick.
We can
Hold up.
we can keep going. I mean, we're getting
I don't know,
close
man.
to the end of the podcast, so
All right.
if it's gonna take a while, then. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever y'all want to do. I mean, this is kind of fun.
That's kind of fun.
Now, since I know there ain't no ghost in here.
All right, last turn of
Shit, I hope.
last turn of events here. Let's talk about December as a whole, because we've talked
We've
about
only
the
gone
year.
through half of it.
We've really only been through half of it. We have not done much.
This is true.
Just been hanging out.
Like you said, we're on
Couple
Christmas
blogs.
break right
Yeah,
now,
we're kind of
man.
on Christmas break,
Christmas break.
but we didn't officially break or anything. We're just Christmas breaking.
Christmas breaking.
Paul's-
Breaking.
Paul's got a
I've been
Christmas
making beats
breaker
again.
going on.
That's
Beats?
what I've been doing. I've been making beats. Been programming on the old MacBook.
Thank you for that.
What?
You said Christmas breaker. That
Yeah.
was good.
Maybe there is just a breaker. Maybe you just need to flip the breaker switch.
Y'all keep talking.
He's like, maybe I should check the breaker box. Yeah, I mean, December has been. I mean, I've done a lot. I'm doing a lot for my day job this month, and I have done very little for the band and very little for my physical fitness level, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the end of the year always seems super hectic. My wife and I were talking about this last night. Caitlin was saying, everything seems super busy this time of year usually, and right now it's just not like there's still a bunch of like push and go and go, but like there's almost like this underlying calm because like we're still technically like in quarantine and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I have. Yeah, I mean, life is still pretty much the same as it was.
I've been growing a beard. That's what I've been working on.
Hey, the
Your
lights
beard
are
looks
back
good.
on. Was it the breaker box? Oh,
He was doing some stuff in the house, and then I was like, yo, I have power, but the lights went out. He's like, haha, oops. He's updating the breaker box now, so everything's labeled right.
oh, yeah. Did he know you were podcasting?
Oh,
Yeah, I told him.
That's a
It'll be
convenient
good.
time to be like just checking. Hey, what turns this off?
I got a real quick breaker box story for you guys. So at the house
Do it.
the house that we used to live at, when we were there, we upgraded the dishwasher, and so I chose to install it myself. So I shut the power off to the breaker that said kitchen, killed it. It was all good. Everything's fine. And I'm unhooking everything from the old dishwasher. And there's a grounding wire that plugs into goes into the floor so that it's grounded. Obviously, that's what grounding wire does. Keeps the static from building up and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently the dishwasher that was in there, so the dishwasher that was in there, no indicator lights or anything like that. Like, it was just an old one. The dishwasher circuit was actually on the garage breaker. So it was still on. So it's completely dark in there. And this thing, I unhook the grounding wire, and then like the main wire catches the grounding wire, and it arcs and just like explodes.
Oh,
and
gosh.
it was so terrifying, like to the point where like my wife thought that I had died for a moment. She was like, "What just happened?" And so she I was like, "Turn off the breakers, turn off." And so she goes sprinting to the breaker box and just shuts the power off to the whole house, just everything. She was like, "Nope, we're done."
Wow.
Pulled the main breaker.
Dang.
And then we had to slowly like turn them all back on and everything. But yeah, I almost sacrificed my life for some clean dishes.
I'm glad you didn't.
I have.
Your
I'm
life
glad
is
that I
worth
didn't.
more than clean dishes, bro.
I mean, that it took a lot of. I mean, I wouldn't have to do the dishes anymore. So I mean,
Ooh, okay.
Same
Well,
outcome.
oof,
I've done a lot of rewiring in the last year, more than I thought I would.
it's really not difficult. Like, I
Install
thought it would be
this-
more difficult than it was,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Makes you feel
Just
manly.
make sure it's not on when you're working on it.
Install the ceiling fan.
True.
That was fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing you can't do with extension cords and electrical tape. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
That's
don't
the
think
most-
kidding. That's
the
not-
most
that's not how I
Detroit
roll.
answer I've ever heard.
Hey, man. Real talk, though. I won't say the name of it, but this one church I worked at, they had their computer for slides and stuff in the youth room. They had everything running off of an extension cord that someone spliced onto like a power switch on the desk. And then when I took over and I was, making a plan and redoing stuff, I'm like, how does this, y'all for real right now? So I sent it to my electrician friend, and he was like, please tell me you didn't do that. I was like, I'm not smart enough to do this, but I know that this is a bad idea. It was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of churches that have things that just exist, and then it's like they haven't gone wrong yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, there
kinda
was
funny.
this one that I used to be at that in their sound booth they had these little, they're called, I guess, conduits, the little the holes to run all the electrical wires and stuff through.
Yeah.
They had those, but then they I guess didn't like that, so then they just thrown plaster and stuff over it. So it was just like this glob of just mess on the wall.
Oh.
But it was their hardwired system. Like, that was snaked through the walls and into the floor and up to the stage and stuff.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Kids these days, man.
These
All right,
days.
let's wrap this thing
But
up.
anyway.
Let's
On that note,
Wrap it
tip
up like a
tip your
Christmas
sound
gift.
engineers.
what's up?
I said, on that note, tip
What?
your sound engineers and the people that route this stuff for us.
Yes.
Here's
there are
to you,
good ones
sound
and bad
guys.
ones. You should appreciate them all. Let's talk real quick. First off, Merry Christmas, everybody. Or if you don't,
Merry
celebrate
Christmas.
Christmas, that's okay. I'm not here to be like, but happy holidays if that's your thing. Kwanzaa and
Happy
Hanukkah.
holidays, y'all.
And I'm sure there are other ones, non-conformist, agnostic holidays. Anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I personally celebrate Christmas.
That sounds like a punk album.
What's that?
Agnostic, nonconformist holidays. Nick, side band, punk. Let's go.
I can't.
Zach,
be-
you can come
I'll,
too.
I'll be in it, but I don't want to be.
first-
I don't
first
think I could be
album.
the singer.
That would be the Christmas album from our punk
I'll
band
be the
called
bass
Sweaty
player
Elvis.
for that one.
Wait, what's our punk band called?
Sweaty Elvis.
I love it.
To
right,
wrap
anyway,
this
you were
thing up,
saying,
let's
Zach.
talk about first. What are we doing in this coming year? What's
Hopefully playing some
2021.
shows, man.
what's that?
Playing some shows.
Hopefully some shows. I would like to do a
Yeah, yo.
cover release. I think we should release a cover.
Ooh. I got an idea.
another one.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna say it though.
yeah. I think we got.
I think
all
we
know
should
what
do
we're
like
talking about.
a live room recording kind of thing.
Yes, that's.
Yeah.
Let's do like a live show, but it's like doesn't have to be live. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then just see what happens. We'll just keep doing our
dig
thing.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. That's
You can
next
hear
year.
this
That's
awesome
coming
music
up.
in the background. That's my.
Yeah, I was like,
my
it
boy
sounds
playing
pretty
with
good.
Okay,
toys.
I was wondering. I was like, Russia? Is that you?
Someone has hacked.
No,
the
it's
Zoom call.
actually his Lightning McQueen toy.
Oh, it's even better.
I am Speed.
But yeah,
can't do an Owen
2021,
Wilson,
some
sorry.
shows and stuff. It'll be great. I'm gonna wear this big old hoodie.
Yes,
'Cause
I'm gonna
it's
wear
great.
mine some more.
Heck yeah.
And you guys both have the same Christmas present coming, but I don't think it's gonna get here till January 5th. So, oops.
Oops.
It is what
That's
it
fine.
is.
I can wait.
And then last thing, as always, have you experienced consumed whatever any good stuff into any entertainment, new music, new shows, any of that fun stuff?
I mean, I am just gonna say it. That new Taylor Swift album's pretty freaking great.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah,
I like it, and they flow so well together, man.
yeah, very very Swiftish
do.
to just be like, boom, here's another album. But I mean,
Yeah,
that is her
here's
full
part
time.
two,
That is
kinda.
her full time job. I'm not gonna
It's true.
not gonna
She
ignore
got the
that.
budget for it. Yeah.
So I have been really, really, really listening to. Hold on, let me come back to you guys.
Yeah, where are you?
There we are. Song Machine from the Gorillaz. That album is dope. It's so good.
Interesting.
That one's good. Definitely check that out. And it's not necessarily in my normal vein of listening, but I do appreciate it. Kid Cudi's new album, Man on the Moon 3. Very good.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I see.
And then, of course, I already talked about that Punk Goes Christmas album that I didn't know came out.
Yeah.
That one's fantastic. And I don't know why, but this is and old news. Everybody knows this song, but I have been really jamming "Teenage Dirtbag" by Wheatus for a
It's
while.
so good. That's why.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
I've been really jamming that one.
Heck yeah. That's good.
Like I said, I finished The Good Place TV show. Podcasts, I've still just been into my go-tos.
Lead Singer Syndrome.
Ew.
I love that
Zach
one.
should be on that show.
That would
You
be
should,
awesome.
Zach.
Let's
Shane
let's see
Told,
what we
let's
can
do it.
Man.
Shane Told, if you're listening, man, Zach
He's gotta be.
Alexander.
Shane,
from
shout out,
needs
bro.
to be on there.
Yep. I'll
Yeah.
I'll have to speak from past experiences though, because I've yet to front this band in any official capacity.
True. We got to do a show first.
Yeah.
Then you can
First,
get
I
on
got to
the podcast.
stand. I literally have to stand in front of you guys for the duration of a show, and then.
True.
But honestly, our configuration, because there's three of us, unless we added a bass player, then it would be like. But right now it's like a triangle, so you're sort of in the back or middle. It doesn't matter to me. And then
No, I'm in the
me
front.
and Nick on
You're in
either
the
side,
back, bro.
I mean, you could be
talking about?
for the furthest forward person if you wanted to be.
You know
but
how triangles work, man? I'm just kidding.
it could
We're
either be
actually in a
straight
single
line.
file line.
Yeah, we could do a single file
Paul is in
line,
the front.
but then we couldn't see
Yeah.
anybody.
No, let's do a triangle and
We
get
could all only see
a
Paul.
rotating stage. It'll be great.
Yes, and we're all
Yeah.
back to back, so that we're facing out.
Zach,
We
put
always
down
play in the
budget for
middle of the room.
2021.
Musically, I've just been listening to a lot of stuff that I've already been into. Gone back to hear me out on this one. I think we've talked about it. Owl City's album Cinematic. Something about it.
An album
Something
full of
about it.
bangers.
It's very good.
It's
And
an album
not-
full of bangers, dude.
It's very unique for Owl City. It's a very different approach.
I'll have to check that one out.
It's good,
But-
man. Fiji water.
Yeah,
That's the track.
I-
We've talked. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. I really dig it though, and that one's been been playing a little bit. The Night Game's been releasing tracks. That's good. We've been keeping up with him. I found out Death Cab released an EP last year. Didn't know that, so listening to that one.
Ooh.
Andy Grammer's 2019 album, finally downloaded that one.
Oh,
It's pretty
I
good.
like Andy Grammer. I saw him.
He's
once.
awesome.
Good show.
He's got such a cool attitude about everything too. He doesn't seem
Yes.
like he seems optimistic about everything, and I like that.
Yeah, I'd hang out with him. We should tour with him.
I mean, Andy, please.
I mean, I
No,
could
I'm just
ask
kidding.
him.
That sounds desperate. Andy, if you're, I'm sure all these well, I don't. They're all actually famous. All these famous people are listening to our podcast, but Andy Grammer has a podcast, the Good Parts Podcast.
We want to be on that
I'm
one.
in. Andy, come
Blip.
on, let's make this happen.
Let's do it. Yeah. Thanks, Andy, in
But he-
advance.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. That'd be awesome.
It'd be great.
Who hasn't? Have you answered? Has everyone answered?
No,
No.
Paul.
Oh, come on, Paul. Get with the program.
I've been listening to the OK. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I
the
actually have
Latency
listened
EP
to.
by the OK.
I actually have, because it just fascinates me that I can listen to the whole thing on my way to work. It's really great. So, no, I've been listening to the Almost and Aaron Gillespie's solo stuff a lot lately again, which I mean it's all pretty good. He's one of my favorites. And
You
then I've
listen
been
to that at
jamming
least
Under
3
Oath-
times a year, right?
Oh, way more. Wait, which album? I mean, or just
The
all of it?
whole catalog 3 times through
Oh, yeah.
every year.
No doubt. And then I've been listening to Under Oath's their 2018 album, Erase Me, a lot. Like I didn't hate it when it came out, even though everyone was like, they sold out, blah, blah, the first album in 8 years, they're on a big record label now, blah 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 blah. And I was like, screw y'all, it's Under Oath, man. And like Aaron Gillespie's back, so chill out. But I liked it when it first came out. I wasn't like, this is the best, but I was like, there's some good stuff. And now I'm like, man, this is a really well put together album. Like, there's a couple parts I'm like, man, whatever. But I really like the way it's recorded and produced, and like the drum tones are really, really beefy on it. And yeah, man, I like it. I'm like, man, I can't wait for the next Under Oath record. So, I mean, I don't know when that's gonna be, but I'm sure they'll do something. So, but yeah, man, and yeah, that's that.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know why this popped into my head, but since it is Christmas, I just want it publicly known. I think we talk about it a lot. Favorite Christmas movie is Lethal Weapon. I don't want to hear any of that nonsensical crap about Die Hard. I don't care. Lethal Weapon is the best Christmas movie, and I just want that
Lethal Weapon 1.
publicly shared.
I'm gonna
It
watch
has
that.
It has nothing to do
before
with anything.
Christmas
I was
now.
just thinking about like what other Christmassy things should we talk about? That's it. Lethal Weapon.
That
1.
was a fair
Christmas
call.
movie. Yeah. Lethal
And
Weapon.
Oh, hey, speaking of Christmas stuff,
Yeah.
Zach, I watched a Hallmark movie with my mom last night,
And
and,
you were
the whole
like,
time I was like, Zach could be in one of these.
I don't even want to be
Yeah,
the main
I was
guy.
like the lead character was like, I mean, he was all right, but I was like, Zach would do a better job.
I mean, usually
So,
it's like
just
models who want to get into acting. I feel like is kind of the go-to for Hallmark movies.
Probably. Yeah.
But I want to be the friend that works at the bakery or the bookstore or whatever, who's like, "What are you doing? Go after him."
yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Or at the beginning, they're like, "What a jerk," and then later on, they're like, "What? You obviously love him." Anyway,
Totally.
The guy,
Because they're all
Zach
the
wants to
same,
be the
but-
guy in the credits that doesn't actually have a name.
yeah. Bookstore clerk, Zach Alexander.
Red Shirt Man 4.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be an extra. I want to be a character who may or may not have a name.
Great. That's fair.
Yeah. So that's good. I think this is going to be a good year, guys.
Oh yeah, 2021.
Here's what I'm challenging myself, and I'll put that out there. Maybe you guys have some words of wisdom because you guys won't hear from us again on a podcast until the end of January, which seems crazy.
That's a long time.
Oh,
My
next year.
my goal for this year, I don't even want to call it a resolution, but my goal, one, I really want to get in shape, but that's beside the point. Everyone should be wanting to get in shape. Be healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy is good. I want to fill my days with actual things because I've noticed recently that I'm either at work or I'm just existing. Like I have nothing notable to say about what I've done with my day other than I went to work and then I just came home and did all the normal stuff. Like I had dinner and went to bed. I want there to be quality to my days, and you only get so many days, so why not fill them with things that
true.
you want to do?
Yeah.
Or even if you don't want to do them, at least they were things that you did, I hate having days where it's like, what did you do today? I went to work. End of story. Like, why is that? That shouldn't be any day. No day should end with, I went to work and came home and that was it, the end of it.
Yeah.
So my goal is to
I
fill
like
my
that.
days with quality.
I dig that. That's good.
Do you guys have any words of
Any
wisdom?
like words of was like resolutions and stuff?
Yeah, what are you guys thinking for this year? You don't have to have one. I was just curious.
I got one. I just want to work harder. Like,
Ooh.
like my job in general, just because, lately I've just been so up here and I feel like I'm slacking. So I want to be like, ooh, okay. Been in the new role for a few months now. It's like, all right, let's bring it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But even just with like, it's been so most of 2020, I was trying to find this, magic schedule. And it's just like I'd write it down and then nothing would work. But since, being in the new studio space, it's been weird because I generally am not a morning person. But generally so far, it's been like at least 2 days a week. I'll get here by like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I'm here for like 4 hours. And then I go to
wow.
work. So it's like long days. I found I can't do those 2 days in a row because every time I've tried, I can't get up the next day. But it's like making time for, I'm working on a solo album, so that's cool. I'm working on a couple singles, and we're going to be doing a ton of stuff, songs and stuff next year. So just trying to get in that mindset of like, okay, if I've only got a few hours, this day before I have to go to my other job, what can I be working on, and just getting organized, but just making the best of the time that I do have. And then like for me, I normally get 1 weekday off a week, so I'm trying not to just come to the studio every off day because like there's stuff at home I should do, or like maybe go hang out with someone. But Sundays are generally my free days too, so it's like I'm trying to rotate, spend a Sunday here, next week I'll spend my off day here. So just getting that stuff done and making some goals happen, because I'm good at like, oh, this is what I want to do, but I'm really bad at like, okay, what's the timeline? And then if I don't make that, I'm just like, oh, I didn't make it, I suck. So it's just like, adjusting and like working harder to make stuff happen. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Same thing, kind of just filling my schedule with active things, like not just take care of my obligation for the day and then sit on the couch and scroll on my phone and go to sleep. Like don't be lazy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Kind of
I
thing.
feel a song about
hard
that.
st- oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
there
I've
is a
heard one
Don't Be
once.
Lazy song.
Man.
Bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Yo, 2021, we're making that a song.
Let's do it.
Blip.
I think we should just release it. That'd be good.
And then next year you can quote me on this. Next year there will be a Christmas song called "I Want Some Haters for Christmas."
We gotta make that like. That's just got to be a really fat
I think
beat.
that's what I really like about the blog, is that we have a format to which we can share like anything we want musically, and it doesn't take the shape of like, oh, this is like an official release from the band. Like, even if we were to say like, hey, this is an Instagram video or something, I think people would take it a little too seriously. With the blog, the fact that you can attach a song of any style or format at the end, and people are like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, for sure. I dig.
You guys are better at the song attachment than I am.
Sometimes it's like just you don't want to do
I
it.
just have so much like unfinished. Like if I were to post like the stuff that I've created, people would be like, "This doesn't make any sense."
That's okay though, man.
Like I have to polish the heck out of my idea before I send it to you guys. Even
Yeah. Well, you do you, bro. Most of mine have just been, oh, I recorded this thing on my phone. Here you go. Except that first one that I was like, oh, I got to wow the guys. And then the quality just went.
that's why Zach
Then
writes.
I
the
realized I had.
Keep quoting the
True.
Don't Be Lazy song. All right. Well, you guys have
Touché.
any final thoughts, closing thoughts?
Peace
Have an
out,
okay
2020.
holiday.
What's up, 2021?
All right, just like we rehearsed, no, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
I was like, about that. I saw this once on another video and it didn't go so well. So Let's
Yeah.
not.
All right.
I mean,
well,
we're very well rehearsed.
Merry Crim. Happy New Year, everybody. And we'll see you January 30 something. I'm assuming. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. We'll see you guys on.
Yeah, I thought about this like an hour ago. I was like, I gotta wait till the end. I gotta wait till the end. I gotta wait till the end.
Podcast wise, we'll see you guys January 25th. Other
right.
than that,
They're just like
all right.
lightly in the
Well,
background.
yep.
It's so nice.
Well, I think it'll be louder on the actual recording, but it sounds very quiet. All right. See you later,
Y'all
everybody.
hear them sleigh bells?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.